Yeah, guys. So one thing I can tell you guys that I've learned over the past few years, watching social media as well as being a content creator, and all this type of stuff is, this whole idea of mind mapping and being able to take everything that an individual consumes on social media and being able to put together a construct on how somebody may or may not think or behave, also to predict, what they may do in the future. So I've been taking all this information, and it's like I'm in school. I don't know, maybe I'm in a classroom because I'm going to be working at some desk up in Langley myself. I don't know. But I don't want to be long. Let me tell you guys, the whole thing about mind mapping is that it's easy to predict what people are going to do when they have ulterior motives, when they have agendas. But when somebody doesn't have ulterior motives and don't have no agendas, you can't really predict what they're going to do. I mean, even somebody like me who has a blank canvas, how could I come on here and say what I'm going to do? I don't know what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? I guess, it depends. Then that's when the whole thing comes in about, does somebody's environment really shape who they are as an individual? And if it does, can they change? And it's a lot of variables to that. But again, somebody like myself who walks around with a blank canvas and stuff like that, and who don't have any ulterior motives. Because see, the whole thing is, I study eschatology for the past 15 years. I study eschatology, which means end time events. So that's what encouraged me to have a blank canvas, because I felt like, well, if we living in the end times, there's no point in getting excited over anything. Okay. Even like, okay, so like, let's say I have a lot of money right now. The only thing that can come to my mind, oh, go buy a car. I can't even think of anything. And then you can say, well, don't you want to take a vacation? Yeah, but you will get sick of anything. You get sick of taking vacations. You get sick of sitting on the beach. You get sick. One day you'll be like, I don't want to see no ocean. You get sick of pretty women. You'll get sick of buying luxury cars. I don't want to be too long, but that brings us to a whole nother study on what actually really satisfies the soul. But yeah, mind mapping. It's easy to mind map somebody who has ulterior motive. I do it every day. I told you guys, it only takes me 2 seconds to look at somebody and know what they all about. I can see how impulsive an individual is just by looking at them for a couple of seconds. I haven't mastered it, but I'm learning. It's something that I study. And the whole thing is, it's almost like once somebody like myself is aware, that somebody's trying to map. And I'm not talking about the last few years, guys. I've been observing this stuff for years. All the algorithms on YouTube, asking myself questions. I wonder why this video popped up when I was just thinking about this. And another thing too, before I close it out, that's the whole thing with these readers too. You're listening to these readers, and you can mind map somebody through the readers. Okay, so if somebody's listening to some readers, the readers are spewing out a bunch of information that may or may not be true. And so then you could take that data on how much somebody's listening to any particular individual, and you can use a model to even mind map somebody from that. But me, I'm seeing the whole thing like I'm actually mind mapping, like these readers on YouTube. I'm mind mapping what they doing. I'm putting 2 and 2 together on what exactly they doing and what their agenda is. Because I don't, me particularly, I don't have any agenda other than to continue being a student and keep learning on things that I don't seem to know or understand. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that, y'all.